Throughout this workshop, I'm going to ask you to ask a lot of questions, and I myself am going to ask a lot of questions. And I just want to talk about questions for a little bit because a lot of times people don't ask questions correctly or effectively to get the answers they want from the other person. So there's just 3 simple rules I want to go over that can make you a master of questioning. Okay? It's very easy. Not hard to do whatsoever. Rules of questioning. Number 1. Ask one question at a time. You've probably seen this before. If you're a parent, you definitely have. I'm a parent, and sometimes we get your children do something. I'm a single parent, and a single parent of 1 child. So I didn't have 2. It wasn't too much grief or anything like that. But sometimes you find yourself, they do something. I remember one time my son was doing something. I told him to go to his room. I think it was 9 or 10. And that's when I learned that you don't send your 10-year-old boy into his room where he just got a brand new magnifying glass on a sunny day. Yes. He decided to figure out, what would happen if he directed the sunlight onto his carpet. And I guess he found out and liked the experience so much that he did it a lot. I don't know when it was I found out, but I went in and I looked down and I saw, Joey, what's that? What did you do? Oh my God, did you burn the thing with the magnifying glass? I told you, come here, why'd you do that? What happened? What were you thinking? So my son's sitting there, a little 9-year-old, and it's boom, question, boom, question, boom, question, boom, question, boom, question. His brain's like, I don't know, which one do I ask for? I don't know, what happened? And the reply I got was, I don't know. And we do this not just to our kids, we do this as adults. We do this when someone does something that you don't understand, and you think you want to try to understand it, so you're like, and you think it was a dumb move. You're like, why'd you do that? Are you dumb? How'd this happen? Weren't you thinking straight? Didn't you go talk to somebody? And the person's just sitting there. And maybe after a second question, they're looking at you, but I'm telling you the truth, it's going boom, boom. It's going right past them. And you can't do that because you're not going to get what you want. You need to solve problems or figure things out. And the brain has limited resources when it comes to critical thinking. Believe it or not, it's studies are done. It's very, very small, the area that you can focus on things. Now, one question at a time. That means that when you want to find out how something's going on in the department, where what happened to the design team. Put out a flyer, and it was the wrong flyer sent to the wrong customer. So you go in there and you find a lead, and you look at them and you say, what happened? Right? Simple. And then you zip it. You wait for a reply. And this is my favorite one, actually. If you do this enough, it actually becomes fun. Even not so much when things are falling apart or things are crazy. You could be happy or satisfied and resolved that you are able to get to the bottom of things quickly. But even when people, just in normal life or anything like that, or sometimes I get, I'm a consumer and I deal with companies, and sometimes companies don't, do the right thing or do what they say they're going to do. And I'm not the person you want to do that to, because I will question you the way that needs to be questioned. And say someone does something, and then I ask a question, didn't you say my car was only going to be, $125 for this? And they know that they told me that, and they know that they are trying to, get over on me. And then I just zip it. I zip it, and I stand there. I don't say a word. What seems like forever can be as much as 30 seconds, which is a long time of silence. And I just sit there. And I've had people sitting there going, next to me going, I thought they would, you would say something. I thought they were going to get mad at you or whatever, And I just wait for their reply. And at some point, they reply. And I'm sure, it might happen sometimes they don't. You just repeat the same exact question again. And you just wait for an answer. Now, you're not going to have to wait for an answer. No one's going to be against you per se unless they're really trying to, get over on you. Then at that point you will know. But here's what's going to happen is, what happened? And she's going to say, or he's going to say, well, I gave it in the second in charge, Kelly, and unfortunately read the instructions wrong and sent it to the wrong customer. Oh. Okay. And that's that. You found out what's wrong and you can go on from there. Because that's all you really want. You just want answers. If you're running a business, and I'm not saying you're like, tell me this, tell me that, tell me that. No, this is just part of managing and leading. You need the correct information, and the way you get that is asking, succinct questioning, waiting for the answer. And the third rule to asking questions is also another simple one, is don't answer your own question. Even if you know the answer. It's like, what happened? Why did this design thing go to the wrong customer? I know what happened. You hand it off to that guy, to Kelly, who always messes things up, and, send it to the wrong customer. Isn't that what happened? That's what happened, right? Even though you know it, you don't do it, because there's a chance you don't know it. In that case, the answer is right, but you could have said, I know what's going on. You probably sent it down to the mailroom, and the mailroom was so busy it got lost in that one little file, that filing system that they got down there. That system's crazy. I don't like it either. Huh? Well, two things wrong with that. One is, now you're just wasting time. Right? The other one is, you got that person's brain thinking something else, and they didn't even realize that, you have some this disdain, this taste for the mailing department, whatever. But that's not the case. You're the leader. You're the one who, is above it all. You're the one who's, steering this ship. And you need to steer the ship. You need to know where the iceberg is. Okay? And maybe you're you're down in a control room. Someone's at the lookout. Someone needs to tell you. Do you see an iceberg? Yes, I do. It's not, I bet you see an iceberg. It's probably on the left-hand side. I hate those icebergs on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, the one on the right-hand side, while you're talking, is slamming the ship. Okay? 3 rules. Remember these. We're going to use this all the way through. Actually, I'm not going to go over these all the way through. We're just going to use questions. You remember the rules to questioning. Okay? 1 is you ask 1 question at a time. 2 is you wait for a reply. And I didn't mention this, but even if you ask a question to yourself, you wait for a reply for yourself. Okay? Of course, number 3 doesn't apply to that one. Of course, you'll be answering your own question in that case. And you'll see that happening in later on lectures in this workshop.